So I have a lot of news organizations and media on my Twitter feed to help me keep up with what's going on. And I saw a post for racism is making our kids unhealthy. I just had to click onto that post and see what it would do. And I started reading through the article. Well, let's jump right into this. Racism damages our children's health, a recent study found. Negatively affecting the wellness of wealthy white kids and poor minorities the most. The study, which will be presented this weekend by lead author Dr. Ashanta Anderson, found kids who endured racism had lower levels of general health, including higher rates of anxiety, depression, and ADHD. The study isn't the first to explore racism's link to physical health. Past studies have tied racism to weight gain, aging, and even asthma. But Anderson, an assistant professor of pediatrics at the University of California, Riverside, said her study gets closer to proving racism may actually cause negative health outcomes because it adjusts for other factors. Researchers said the link between racism and its health is significant. However, they can't be 100% sure racism is the cause unless more thorough experimenting is done. The study used parental survey data of about 100,000 children in a 2011-2012 national study. Parents or guardians were asked about children's health as well as whether they've been judged or treated unfairly because of their race or ethnicity. Parents, Anderson explained, were 5% less likely to report a child in excellent health if they had experienced racism. Exposure to racism, the study found, also raised the likelihood of ADHD by about 3%. The study also found racial discrimination doubled the odds of a child having anxiety or depression. Anderson found it notable how racism affected kids when socioeconomics were considered. Racism most impacted low-income blacks, high-income whites, and low-income others, which included any ethnicities that fall outside of black, Hispanic, or white. The three groups all experienced high but similar dips in excellent health reports when racism was at play. Anderson said the impact on high-income whites was very unexpected. Now, there's not a whole lot of explanation behind her study or statistics to prove what she's saying, and I've been looking online for the report, but all I can find is information on the doctor, which I will cover here possibly in this video. But it just seems like a small anomaly, and they go from saying poor blacks and others and rich whites feel the same type of unhealthy racism. How is it unhealthy? What is it doing? Is it contributing to poor well-being, or is it contributing to poor health? Because poor sense of well-being and poor feeling of oneself contributes negatively to one's health by not promoting endorphins and whatnot. I don't want to go into all that because I'll probably be wrong about it. But just throwing this out there, you know. Now, I'm no professional, but I do know how to read, and I've spent several hours in between working on other projects reading on how this would really affect and trying to make my own opinion. And again, my own opinion. The researcher is looking into an interesting field, however, it is yielding such a low result that could be argued away by parental construction, as she describes in the article there, taking a poll from parents on objective view of their children. It's such a small number that I don't really think that racism is affecting people's health. Could it? Yes. Could it cause anxiety and depression if a child experiences racism? Yes. But where are they experiencing racism? Are the parents telling them that they're less, and the kid is going out and thinking to themselves, I can't do that because I'm not this? I'm not going to go into details. I don't want to make people think that I am swayed one way or the other, that I'm racist or anything like that, because I'm really not. I have no problem with anybody until they cause a problem. So, let's put it like this. I don't teach my kid that the color of anybody's skin makes him any different. So, my kid doesn't experience racism, even if he has kids of various colors and ethnicities in his class, because I have taught him that there is no difference between them by not distinguishing the differences. I think that's really all we have to do. And I'm going to try and cut in a clip of something here.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it.
Dr. Ashanta Anderson, a doctor of pediatrics in Los Angeles, California, researching into the effects that things have on children from birth to early adolescence, including sexual diseases, behaviors, and learnings. Well, she seems to be pretty well studied and pretty well researched. I'm just wondering why she seems to be discussing race.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it.
I noticed in there that the words prove racism showed up just like that, so they're trying to prove something exists, which will keep it existing. I threw in some ADHD research that I didn't get a chance to read over because I've been working on my 3D so hard. I'm sorry this isn't very in-depth. I'm working on it. Does anybody have anything they would like me to try and cover? Something they want to see me do? I'm always wanting tips, encouragement, comments, help, and of course subscribers. You can find me on YouTube, VidMe, Patreon, and Twitter. I'm the NumbedSkull. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you later.